last thing, the impeachment, day 4. Some guy named Gordon Sondland apparently set the Twitter on fire. He's the United States ambassador to the European Union. He's also the founder and former chairman of Provenance Hotels. He's also the co-founder of a merchant bank called Aspen Capital. He was a major donor to Donald Trump in 2016 for his presidential election. He also testified before Congress today. In 1985, Sondland raised $7.8 million from friends and his wealthy brother-in-law and purchased Roosevelt Hotel, which was a bankrupt hotel in Seattle. And his company owns and manages hotels throughout the United States, including Hotel Max, Hotel Theodore in Seattle, Hotel Murano in Tacoma, Hotel Deluxe and Hotel Lucia and Sentinel and Dossier and all of this other stuff in Portland, Oregon. He also has Hotel Preston in Nashville, Tennessee. If you stayed at one of these hotels, it's one of his hotels. Also the old number 77 Hotel in the Chandlery in New Orleans. He also redeveloped 4 hotels in Seattle, Portland, and Denver, including Seattle's Alexis Hotel. He's a hotelier.
A man perfectly qualified to be ambassador to the European Union.
Which did not include the Ukraine at the time that he was all up in the Ukraine.
Let's play some clips. Let's start with the one where he mentions A$AP Rocky, because that was weird. Go, play.
It's true that the president speaks loudly at times, and it's also true, I think we primarily discussed A$AP Rocky. It's true that the president likes to use colorful language. Anyone who has met with him at any reasonable amount of time knows this.
But then it got interesting.
Yeah.
All right, because as the and I just wanted to point that out because we're in a bizarro world right now. It's very inane. We have a president of the United States who is I think he's going not only suffering a medical event, but before the medical event, he was a nincompoop. And he's president. And he's putting friends and cronies in places they shouldn't be, including relatives, like his son-in-law. And I don't even know how Stephen Miller got to be in his administration. Oh, I do. He's a white supremacist, a white nationalist.
That might be the only qualification.
That's it. That's all you need. And I'm not saying this man is, because, you know, not everybody in the White House. It's like that algebra thing. Not all of them, but everybody. Somebody said MAGA is oh my God, what did they say? My ass is going to jail. No, my ass
gonna get arrested.
Oh yeah. My ass gonna get arrested is the new MAGA, and I'm here for it. Okay, let's play the next clip. I don't know. You pick one.
You confirmed to President
What?
you were in Ukraine at the time, and that President Zelensky, quote, loves your ass, unquote. Do you recall saying that?
Yeah, it sounds like something I would say. That's how President Trump and I communicate, a lot of 4-letter words.
Ass is a 3-letter word. Yeah, thank you.
Holmes then said that he heard President Trump ask, quote, is he, meaning Zelensky, going to do the investigation? To which you replied, he's going to do it. And then you added that President Zelensky will do anything that you, meaning President Trump, ask him to. Do you recall that?
I probably said something to that effect because I remember the meeting. President Zelensky was very solicitous is not a good word. He was just very willing to work with the United States and was being very amicable. And so putting it in Trump speak by saying he loves your ass, he'll do whatever you want, meant that he would really work with us on a whole host of issues.
We in trouble, girl.
Okay, so if that didn't get bad enough, did we do clip number 5, please? This got interesting.
You mentioned that you also had a conversation with Vice President Pence before his meeting with President Zelensky in Warsaw, and that you raised the concern you had as well that the security assistance was being withheld because of the president's desire to get a commitment from Zelensky to pursue these political investigations. What did you say to the Vice President?
I was in a briefing with several people, and I just spoke up and I said, it appears that everything is stalled until this statement gets made, words to that effect, and that's what I believe to be the case based on, the work that the 3 of us had been doing, Volker, Perry, and myself. And the Vice President nodded like, he heard what I said, and that was pretty much it, as I recall.
Okay. He also, in addition to implicating Mike Pence in this scandal, also implicated Mike Pompeo. And then, well, basically, cut 3.
Within my State Department emails, there is a July 19th email. This email was sent to Secretary Pompeo, Secretary Perry, Brian McCormick, who is Secretary Perry's chief of staff at the time.
Testified yesterday.
Miss Kenna, who is the executive secretariat for Secretary Pompeo, Chief of Staff Mulvaney, and Mr. Mulvaney's senior advisor, Rob Blair. A lot of senior officials. A lot of senior officials. Here is my exact quote from that email. I talked to Zelensky just now. He is prepared to receive POTUS's call. We'll assure him that he intends to run a fully transparent investigation and will turn over every stone. He would greatly appreciate a call prior to Sunday so that he can put out some media about a friendly and productive call, no details, prior to Ukraine election on Sunday. Chief of Staff Mulvaney responded, I asked the NSC to set it up for tomorrow. Everyone was in the loop. It was no secret. Everyone was informed via email on July 19th, days before the presidential call.
Wow.
As I communicated to the team, I told President Zelensky in advance that assurances to run a fully transparent investigation and turn over every stone were necessary in his call with President Trump.
It was so much tea spilled. I just
Clean up on aisle 5.
and 10 and 11.
He threw everybody. The mother, he dragged people from around the corner, folks from that, just brought under the bus and rolled back, forth, put it in. What's the fallout, though? How do you, Lurie, what do you think is going to happen? This guy's like, no, if I go down, everybody
that's
going
exactly
down.
right. And I think that is we're going to see a lot more of that because people are starting to count the cost and realizing if I decide not to show up for subpoenas, if I decide to stall, I have to start paying for lawyers. I'm going to have to start hiring. I'm going to have to start getting my defense team together. And that is money out of my personal pocket. So people and no one has mentioned anything about immunity. No one has mentioned anything about anything. So he is offering up information, letting I think it be known what you ain't going to do is keep me separated from my hotels. Because what I plans on doing is leaving this here administration and going right back to my sweet life in Seattle.
Yeah.
And people are starting to realize you could go down on this ship, but that's going to be on you. And don't plan on a pardon because if the person given a pardon is implicated in what the act of pardoning is supposed to excuse, that's not going to happen for you either.
No. And then you watch people go to jail or get convicted.
Right.
A lot. Like everybody.
Like everyone.
Just about everybody.
Yeah.
Giuliani, hey boo.
It's coming.
So there's that.
Yeah.
That was my wrap up for today.
I love it.
This. Go ahead.
God bless the United States.
An anonymous
Lodestar.
You lose.
Space Force.
Thank you.
Never gets old.
Nothing.